These 5 golf shots are the cream of the crop, the most iconic shots in golf history. Stick around because I've saved the most jaw-dropping for last, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's start with Jack Nicklaus at Pebble Beach in 1972. It's the US Open, the most grueling major in golf, and Nicklaus, already a household name, is on the 17th hole. The 17th at Pebble Beach is notorious, with winds that have made grown men weep. Players know this hole can ruin a scorecard in seconds. And there's Jack with the tournament lead staring down a fierce ocean wind. He steps up with a 1-iron in hand, a club that most of us mere mortals wouldn't even consider pulling out in calm weather, let alone here. Nicklaus knew that if he nailed this, it would all but seal his victory. So he lines it up, adjusts for the wind, and fires. This shot sails through the air, and it's like watching a bullet in slow motion. It's so pure, so precise that you almost know it's going to be special. And then, bang! It hits the pin and stops just inches from the cup. The crowd erupts, and Nicklaus just picks up his tee calmly, like he does this every day. But that shot! That was anything but ordinary. With that 1-iron, Jack Nicklaus essentially sealed his 3rd US Open victory, and it's still one of the boldest shots ever taken at Pebble Beach, where even pros tend to play it safe. I've ranked Pebble Beach as one of the best golf courses. Check out my video, Top 5 Golf Courses in the World, to learn more about Pebble Beach and the 4 other golf courses that deserve to be on your golfing bucket list. Now, let's rewind a bit further in time to Ben Hogan at the 1950 US Open at Merion. Hogan by this point was already a great golfer, but what he achieved at Merion was beyond remarkable. Just a year prior, Hogan was in a horrific car crash, and doctors weren't even sure he'd walk again, let alone play competitive golf. And here he is at Merion on the 18th hole in the final round, staring down a 1-iron shot to the green. The 18th at Merion is no picnic. Hogan was in a 3-way tie, knowing this shot would either keep his dream alive or send him home. He takes the 1-iron, that same danger club, and fires away. And wow, does he pull it off! The ball cuts through the air, and the whole crowd seems to lean forward, tracking it. It lands perfectly on the green, rolling just close enough for him to secure his place in the playoff, which he went on to win the next day. That moment, the sight of Hogan post-crash holding his follow-through on that 1-iron, became one of the most iconic images in golf history. It symbolized resilience, grit, and the kind of determination that sets legends apart from the rest. Hogan's 1-iron shot at Merion isn't just a great golf shot, it's a comeback story wrapped in a single swing. Now let's fast forward 5 decades and talk about Tiger Woods. If there's anyone who knows how to bring drama to a golf course, it's Tiger. This is 2005, the Masters, the 16th green, and Tiger's leading but only by 1 stroke. The pressure is on. He's on the edge of the green with a chip shot that most players would have played safe. But we're talking about Tiger Woods here, the man who thrives on risk. He's got a tough lie on a slope, barely any green to work with, and only 1 small landing spot. Any miss here could mean a bogey, and a bogey would mean losing his lead. So Tiger steps up, visualizes it, and chips the ball. It lands perfectly on the hill, catches just the right break, and starts rolling toward the hole. Now, here's where it gets insane. The ball slows down, pauses, yes, it actually pauses, right by the hole as if it's waiting for the crowd's anticipation to reach peak level. And then, as if on cue, it drops in. The crowd goes absolutely wild. You've probably seen this shot 100 times, but it never gets old. Nike even used the clip for their ads. That's how iconic it is. Tiger went on to win the Masters, and that chip shot on the 16th, it's one of the most unforgettable moments in sports, let alone golf. Now, we have to talk about Tom Watson. It's 1982, also at Pebble Beach, also the US Open. Watson's in a showdown with none other than Jack Nicklaus, who's already finished his round and is waiting in the clubhouse with the lead. Watson's on the 17th hole, which as we know is where legends are made or broken. His approach shot misses left, landing in thick rough just off the green. Now, most players in Watson's shoes would be thinking, just get it close for a chance at par. But Watson, he looks at his caddy and says, I'm going to sink it. Imagine the confidence, right? He chips it out of the rough and it's like poetry in motion. The ball hops onto the green, trickles toward the hole, and, you guessed it, it drops in. Birdie on the 17th to take the lead. Watson went on to par the 18th and won the US Open, sealing his place in history. But that chip on the 17th, it's still talked about today as one of the gutsiest shots ever taken. Watson's ability to visualize and execute, especially under pressure, is what makes that shot so unforgettable. Now this shot was insane. It's Louis Oosthuizen at the 2012 Masters. Now this one is a bit different from the others because it wasn't for the win, but for the sheer skill it took that makes it worthy of the list. It's the second hole on the final round, and Oosthuizen is staring down a 253-yard shot to the green. For context, 253 yards is far even for most pros, and here he is pulling out a 4-iron, planning to hit not just a good shot, but an albatross. He knows he needs something big to make his mark. He lines it up, swings, and absolutely flushes it. The ball takes off, clears the bunkers, and lands on the green with pinpoint accuracy, then starts rolling. And rolling and rolling until it drops in the cup. That's right, Oosthuizen hit an albatross on one of the biggest stages in golf. Now, an albatross is so rare that most golfers will never see one in their lifetime, let alone make one, and he does it at Augusta in the Masters. He didn't win that year, he eventually lost in a playoff, but that shot alone secured his place in golf lore. It was a thing of beauty, a reminder that sometimes just going for it pays off in the most spectacular way. The next time you're on the course, think about these shots. Think about the risks these players took, the moments they seized. And hey, maybe you won't be hitting 253-yard albatrosses, but maybe you'll hit a shot that feels legendary in its own right. That's the beauty of golf. Every round, every hole, every shot is a chance to make a little history of your own. Are there any other incredible golf shots that you think are worth talking about? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more golf videos.